Okay, hi everybody. So today let's talk about forfeiture of shares which were originally issued at premium. In the last video we talked about forfeiture of those shares which were issued at par. Today we are going to talk about the premium. So this can get a little confusing, but if we understand the language pretty well, I don't think there are any confusions because the journal entries stand the same. It's just you need to identify that the shares which are being forfeited, what was received. And accordingly, you will calculate whether the premium was received or not. If I talk about a basic question, let's say the premium is with allotment and the question says that the allotment is received in full. I'll repeat again. Premium was with allotment and the question says that the allotment is received in full. That means the premium is also received. So in that particular case, we will do this first entry where we will debit share capital, we credit share forfeiture account. Since allotments is received in this case, so allotment won't come, and then share first and final call. Okay, so this is the first case where the premium is received. So the basic concept here is, if the premium is received on the share forfeiture, then we won't debit securities premium account. Again, there is a logic behind it. If you recall, securities premium reserve account to be utilized only for the purpose mentioned in section 52 subsection 2 of the Companies Act 2013. Now this is a very important question for one marker question as well. Okay, so as per which section SPR can be utilized, or what are the different areas specified under section 52 subsection 2. Okay, so by that logic we don't record securities premium account here on the debit aspect. When the premium is received, we won't record it anywhere. So go by this thumb rule. You see the question, you see the premium is received along with that basic installment, you don't record the premium at all. Now the second case is where the premium is not received. If the question says that the premium was with allotment, allotment is not received, that means premium is also not received. So in this case, we have already debited the premium when we did that entry of allotment. When the allotment was being due, we already not debited, we credited the securities premium by this assumption that this is something which is due from the shareholder and the shareholder is going to pay, but he did not pay. So in that particular case, this is going to be a journal entry, that is share capital account debit, securities premium is to be debited here, then forfeiture share, share allotment, share first call. Now rest part of the entries stands the same. The only thing which varies here is securities premium. So the basic thumb rule, I'm repeating again, if the amount is received on which the premium was there, we are not going to record securities premium. But if that particular installment or that amount is not received and premium was with that particular amount, we are going to record securities premium. Now this can get a little complicated when we will talk about pro rata based questions. Then we need to separately calculate that, okay, what was the amount which was in excess received on application, which we adjusted in allotment, then the shareholder did not pay certain amount in allotment and that certain amount is being adjusted in forfeiture. Now that becomes pretty complex compared to this one. So understand the basic first, we can move on to the next one. Okay, so let's take the example here. So there is Mr. A again. He's holding 200 shares on which application is 4, allotment is rupees 5, which is 3 rupees allotment, 2 rupees securities premium, and first and final call rupees 3. So the first case where the premium is received. Again, see, question is not going to tell you that premium is received. Question is going to tell you that he did not pay the first call and his shares were cancelled. So by this logic, it is clear he paid application, he paid allotment along with the premium, and he did not paid this particular thing. So what will be the entry? Basic entry which we did in normal forfeiture case, that is share capital account to be debited, forfeiture account to be credited, share first call. So share capital, we already know it record the amount which was called up and not paid on shares forfeiture, which is 200 into 10. Share forfeiture, the amount which was received on shares being cancelled. So what did we receive? We received the application and allotment. Application 4 rupees, allotment, please remember, it will be 3 rupees and not 5. We are not treating securities premium. The one thing which I would like to mention here, which my teacher taught me when I was in class 12, if it is received, we won't record anywhere. If it is not received, we will record everywhere. Right? When I say everywhere, that means we will debit securities premium and we will include securities premium in the credit part of the transaction also. We'll go that in detail later. Just as of now, understand, when the premium is received, we are not going to show it anywhere. That means here, allotment will be the basic face value without premium. Okay? And share first call, what was not received? Again, 200 share, first call was rupees 3. So this sums up this basic entry. Now moving on to the second part of the entry where the premium is not received. Now there is no confusion here. Please understand it very carefully. The question says he did not pay the allotment and first call and later the shares were cancelled. So we waited for him to pay the allotment. He did not pay. Then we did not cancel the share after the allotment. We waited for him to pay the first call and then pay the allotment with it. He did not pay and then we cancelled. Now this language changes the question. If the question says just after the allotment we cancel the shares, my journal entry will change. The amounts will vary. But if the question says after the first and final call I cancel the shares, then the journal entry and the amounts are going to be different. So we are taking that case where after first and final call the shares were being cancelled and the premium is not received. So see the entry. Share capital account to be debited. Number of shares cancelled. Called up amount rupees 10. The whole amount was being called up because after first and final call we cancelled. Then securities premium to be debited. By what amount? Again, number of shares and the premium to be received, which was not received on those shares. Then share forfeiture account, what was received on those shares. So as per the language of the question, we have just received the application money from Mr. A. So which is rupees 4. So 200 multiplied by 4. Then share allotment. Now understand this very carefully. Now this allotment is going to include the face value plus the premium. So this is 5 here, which is 3 plus 2. Right? So when to include at all the places. Include it here and include it here. When there is no premium, that is a premium is already being received, we won't include here, we won't include here. Just remember this basic rule and it will be alright. Now first and final call, what was not received, that is 200 multiplied by 3. So this is how we are going to solve these set of questions. Again, if you have some specific queries which you would want me to discuss in the coming videos, you can just write it to me on my email, which is neyhanayar1391@gmail.com. Thank you so much.